Welcome to the Your Money Tree YouTube channel. I just want to quickly say here to hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification, because this is definitely a channel you need to have those notifications on so you can be the first to the video. So, how are you going to make money? Let's just dive straight into it. The channel name is Your Money Tree. So, how am I going to make money? Well, it's a simple question. Well, that's my job. I want to put all the work and all the time into making you money. Okay, but how? How are you going to do that? Well, the answer is stocks and crypto. Before you think I'm wasting your time trying to explain to you some kind of complicated analysis or some kind of graphs, and it's just a waste of your time, basically. Just don't worry. I am not trying to do that. I've already done all that work and learned that myself. And don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you any kind of course or something that all those marketing people are trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do for you. So, I just want to talk to you about my recent predictions. Here is JCPenney. We're probably all pretty familiar with JCPenney. You know, it's the retail store. It sells, some clothes, and they recently went bankrupt, I think a little bit before this May 28th day. But this May 28th day is important because this is when I realized that, okay, I think JCPenney is a good buy here. I could see it, possibly doubling in value is most likely what will happen. About 41 cents is where our take profit would be. And so I went ahead and did the trade on May 28th. Here you can see 22,222 shares for $4,042. Now, this is indeed a market simulator, and the reason for that is just simply because I've really gotten all of my skills learning from crypto, and I just wanted to confirm that crypto was the same as stocks in terms of what I've known and what I've kind of mastered with crypto. So on May 18th was the last day on the market sim for the data. For some reason, it just never came back. It just never went through. It just, because for some reason it just stopped on that day. I don't know why exactly. Maybe it's the day it went bankrupt. But nonetheless, I was correct. On June 7th, it went up to 41, or like a little bit over 41 cents. Messaging my friend here because I was at his house, showing him that I was getting in this trade because I really saw it blowing up. And I was like, do you remember when I said this was going to happen and that I just wanted to test the waters with stocks since I'm so familiar with crypto and how that works in terms of trading? And so basically putting my buy order at 18 cents and just thought it was a little bit better at the time to get out early just because doubled in value. So, and I was still learning a little bit. So that was a 115% gain. So if that trade actually did work on the market simulator, that would have been $8,690.30. So an absolutely great call of good amount of profits. That's double your money. So I messaged him. I was like, well, looks like I was a little bit wrong here. I did get a little bit early on getting out. It did go up to 65 cents, 66 cents. But, as you can see in that message, basically I was just saying that when it's still continuing to rise, that I learned my lesson on that I should try to ride the wave and have a stop loss of 1 to 2%. You see that yellow line, and you can see that, that I was saying here that it's the top. And basically I realized this right away, but I should have put the text here before sending the message. But I was just saying that this line here, it was the top. That was my prediction. And I was saying I was going to short. So if you're not familiar with shorting, what shorting is, it's when you bet that the stock or crypto will go down, and it's just basically you make money on the way down, and you lose money on the way up. So I just got really excited here. It just absolutely tanked about 20 to 30% wherever you look. It was just a great call. 20 to 30% gains you could have had if you shorted that, but obviously I hadn't had a stock account at the time and I didn't do that trade. But I just was getting pretty excited. I just said I really want to do this full time because I really love it. Putting some more thought into it, I didn't end up doing anything like that. I didn't end up quitting or whatever, but I just want to talk about my next prediction here. Bitcoin on June 10th at 11:30 p.m. I did predict it. I gave plenty of warning to my friend here that, about 3 to 4 hours before actually it was crashing or gonna crash. But this was really like I was trying to make it really urgent, like it's time to get out, it's time. Look, as you can see in my text there, I'm saying it's 90% chance it's gonna time to sell. You need to get out, and just basically teaching them how to get out. As you can see, the price is $9,899. So let's go back to that time. So on June 11th at 12 a.m., as you can see here, this is the 4 hours, meaning each of these candles is 4 hours. And this here is June 11th at 12 a.m. This is the start of June 11th. And so here we go. You can see the price here. It's right around that price that I was talking about. And sure enough, exactly as I said, it just tanked. From that price to here was a 8.5% drop. A massive drop, and it did take that bounce, but obviously it still is a huge number, probably around the 6% range still to this day of making the video. Now, stock warning. The stock warning on June 9th. So I was saying, from what I can tell, most big stocks are gonna go down, and the small ones could follow. And I was saying I wasn't exactly sure how it works, because I didn't know if small stocks go down, if big stocks go down. Like, basically, it's because I learned from crypto moving over to mastering stocks as well. I'm still learning that a little bit to this day. That'll probably take me a month to master, and then I will be able to master that, if that is true or not true. So far, I'm leaning towards it's not true, but I could be wrong right now. I'm not entirely sure. So I was just saying it's 78% chance I'm correct, and I'd recommend selling if I were you. I wouldn't put this off, really do it now. The reason I blurred this out is because I sent the wrong video, and I don't really want to endorse that video because it wasn't what I thought it was. So it's not what I thought I was sending. So this was the price closed at $343 on June 9th. This candle right here, June 9th, ended the day off strong. For Apple, here is Tesla on June 9th. We have, the day closed on 940.67. So a very good amount. So I absolutely knew it was over at this point. It was going down for sure. I gave this warning now on June 11th, 9:59 a.m. It would have been probably a little bit earlier, but I was at work. I wasn't able to check at the time. So it's the start. I said, are you up? It's time to switch over to silver and gold, because my friend wanted to do that, but I was, just saying if totally getting out would be best idea. And so I said very here, but obviously you can see all these screenshots, 347, 995. So really not bad yet, kind of over exaggerating it, but I was meaning that it's going to be very bad. Because I was saying here, it's the start. It's the start. I knew it was going to be bad. So June 11th, at the end of the day, as you can see, this is a daily candle. This dropped on 3.3%, and a huge drop as well the next day to follow. A bit and a good bounce a little bit. And Tesla here on the daily dropped 2.23% that day. And continued to drop the following day. Here we go. The down plunges 7%, the worst since mid-March. As you can see being reported right here, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the day. Was reported lots on the news. It just was a huge day, and it would have been nice if you would have known. You would have known that was coming. So I'm going to talk about the different investor tiers. We have the don't care people who invest, and this is people who put in their money and will cash out when they're 70, if they use it 401k or something like that. And they just want that dividend money. A lot of them are just in that for the dividends. They don't really care too much. They just know it'll be a lot of money. Holders. We have the holders, and this is when they believe in a company or crypto with hopes that it will be worth a ton in the future. This can be very risky. It could be a gamble. If you do good research, maybe you could get lucky, or maybe it could go up. But it is a bit of a gamble because, for example, with that JCPenney stock, if you bought it right away in 15 years ago, 10 years ago when it was $10, you're now here at 30 cents. So then there's the listens to TV people, investors. These are people who buy and sell based on what they hear on TV or maybe a news article. It just really won't have an overall impact, but they think it will. All right, then we have the noob. This person watches a ton of YouTubers and their advice and tries to understand it, but still feels extremely confused when they keep hearing different things, and this person will FOMO a lot. If you don't know what FOMO means, it's fear of missing out. It is when you impulse buy or impulse sell. And this is the average trader. This person has a good amount of knowledge on what's going on in the indicators, and they can tell for the most part, but they waste a ton of time just looking at other people's ideas, and this person will still FOMO from time to time. The next tier is the master tier. This person puts trading first in life. They can accurately predict the longer term and has a deep understanding of what will happen short term most of the time, and always considers bullish and bearish scenarios before trading. They never FOMO. Never. And then the last tier is the God tier. This is a master at day trading and gets the absolute best prices of selling and best buying price nearly every time. They're just extremely reactive. They're very quick. They are just near seconds of execute an idea and a trade. And currently, I am in the master tier. I can confidently say this for a fact. I am 100% in that master tier. I have a very deep understanding of the market, and I understand everything that is going on for the most part. It's very hard for me to do this full time when I'm working 2 jobs. I would like to get to that God tier. That's just going to take me maybe 6 months to a year, I think, of me staying in this master rank to get there. So let's talk about the differences between YouTube and Patreon. For myself here on the YouTube channel. With YouTube, you're going to get my predictions when I have time. Some of my predictions, of course, not all of them. And you're going to get my reasons on why I think it's a good decision to get in, as well as you're going to get my stop loss price. And this is absolutely free. And with Patreon, you're going to receive a text when I buy or sell. You're going to also receive that text when I bought. You're going to also know in that text where I am going to have my stop loss or my estimated take profit. Now, not every time will there be a take profit, but approximately 95% of the time there will be one. And you're also going to see some exclusive chart ideas. If you ever were interested in learning more about it, then you can check on your Patreon and have that there for you to look at some references. And this costs $15 a month for the first 50 people. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, do I get a discount? Is there any discounts that I could get this for cheaper? And maybe you're a family member or maybe you're a friend. And the truth is, we need to all work together on this. My goal is to make you money, especially if you're a Patreon supporter. My number one priority is to make you money. So the real truth is that this is the discounted price. $15 a month is only for the first 50 people. So it's really something you should jump on a bandwagon with right away. And then we have the next people is the 51st person to the 100th person, and this is $25 a month until canceled. After that, it is the 101st person to an unknown amount currently right now, and that's $50 a month until canceled. And the reason that's an unknown amount right now, because I want to keep this somewhat affordable for most people, and I know 50 is kind of reaching that barrier. It's definitely something I am aware of and will consider for what number of person will change over to a number higher. And then as well as, this will probably go up even further after that number. Once that's decided, it'll be $100 a month until canceled from unknown person to unknown person amount, because I am unsure on that right now, but obviously you're welcome to check on the Patreon and sometime in the future if you're watching this later on in life to see what it's at. Now, this is cheaper than Netflix. Netflix isn't going to help you with the market. For the premium version of Netflix, you're paying $15.99 a month. It's $16 basically, and they're not going to help you make money. They're not going to know what's going on. I do want to make it clear that I'm not assisting. I am simply texting you what I am doing, and that is up to your discretion if you are choosing to enter in that position as well. So it's totally, you have to use your own risk management and your own decisions there. But I'm just personally telling you what I'm doing. If you're so good, why do you need the money? I know that's one of your questions right now. Because I was, talking to you about how I'm a master at tier level on this. And the truth is, it's because I don't have enough capital. I don't have enough money where I can quit my 2 jobs and I can just fully do this full time. Because I would absolutely love to do that. And I know there's so many opportunities out there that I am not able to jump in on just simply because of having the 2 jobs, and it makes it near impossible. So absolutely, I want to try to cut down on 1 job and eventually just 0 jobs and just do this exclusively, so I can just fully look for opportunities for you and myself. Now, I absolutely love doing this. I love it. I look on Bitcoin, and the crypto market's always open, so I always am looking at that, and is doing my analysis on that. As well as with the stocks. There's so many stocks out there that I really need a ton of time to dedicate to looking through all those stocks. And I know that I will find plenty of opportunities. Now, who is this for? This is for the person who just feels the emotional pain of when the market's going down. You do your 9 to 5, or you're doing a job, or maybe you have a business of your own, and you simply can't learn these kind of things. It's extremely complicated to you. Maybe you've tried and you just ended up losing money. Don't worry, I totally get that. It's a very complicated thing that is very tricky to understand, and this is why I know for sure you would feel very comfortable with these trades, because I can tell you I am definitely on that master tier. So if you're interested in not losing more than you have to, or trying to get the tops of when it's time to sell, I'm telling you, it's not the way of the news, and I've never found a YouTuber as accurate as me with my trades in terms of going down and up. You'll be able to keep your profits as much as possible, and you have a good amount of money to where you can buy those lows and rebuy in that stock if you're still interested in that stock or whatever it is. But basically, what I'm doing is I'm scalping for thousands or through hundreds of different stocks and cryptos and finding those opportunities. So most likely I will go back to that stock that I may have sold just to see if it's time to buy again. Now, I'm not always going to be able to catch everything, but the sooner I'm able to do this and the more full-time I can do this, the sooner I can fully dedicate the whole day into looking for these opportunities for myself and the Patreon people and some YouTube people as well, if there's enough time for that. Now, I want to talk to you about the bull market and the bear market. Just simply, I know you might have an opinion of what's going on or what's happening. You watch the news and you think you understand it, or you're convinced that it's going down or up. I'm going to tell you right now that literally, I've never found a person that can accurately say it's going down and up on YouTube, nor the news. The news especially, they don't know what they're talking about most of the time. They get lucky sometimes with it, but it's just they don't understand the graphs as well as I do. I'm telling you right now, they are very news based around the company kind of people, which it just isn't true. You saw with JCPenney, there was no reason to need to buy that. I mean, it was a bankrupt company, but I still knew it was time to buy, even though it was bankrupt. Now, you're gonna keep as much money as possible is my main objective, And I hope you join me on the Patreon, because it would be great for support, and I am sure you won't regret it, because it's a dream of mine to be able to do this all the time. I love it. It's just so fun to me. A lot of people don't like it, and I totally get that. But it's just such a fun thing for me to do. And now that I, am on this master tier level, it's just been just so accurate that I want to help others. And I help you, you help me. It all goes full circle. Now, I just want to say to subscribe if you haven't already. So you just want to click that button, make sure it looks like this, and then as well as hit that bell if you haven't already. Because maybe you're unsure about right now about Patreon, and you're willing to take a higher price in the future just to make sure my accuracy is as I'm saying it is. And I totally understand that, and that's totally okay with me. Just totally understand that you won't get every trade and you won't get the maximum amount of money. It's only really when I have time. Now, what's next here is I want to appreciate those people who are joining the Patreon, who are supporting me with my dream of making you money and making myself money here in the markets. Just thank you so much for doing that, and I appreciate you so much for being a part of it. I just want to also say, if you are going to be joining the Patreon, and with that text that I was talking to you about earlier, that is a different number than my phone number. It's because it's a possibility you already have my phone number. You will be, once you're signed up with Patreon and you've subscribed to me on there, you will be sent the actual phone number for the notifications for the buy and sell. Now that you've joined the Patreon, if you do have a little bit of extra money, I would highly recommend for you to get a Apple Watch, or some kind of, if you have an iPhone, for sure I'd recommend Apple Watch, but any kind of smartwatch that can give you notifications, especially text notifications, because you need to be one of the first people to sell or buy at the lowest price. And this way you really get a edge on the other people who are also receiving those texts. So you get the lowest price or highest sell price. And you can get it right now at $179 on Amazon and Walmart. Links are down below in the description. Obviously, I am not endorsed with Apple, Amazon, or Walmart. And those links for Amazon and Walmart are not affiliate links. But in tomorrow's video, or maybe later today, most likely tomorrow, the videos for signing up for Robinhood, Binance, Coinbase, those three will be down in the description as well. I will upload videos on how to sign up for those, but please do use my affiliates links if you are going to sign up. Those will really help support the channel and help me look for more opportunities for you. Another great use for the Apple Watch would be also if you're at work, or maybe you're doing something. That way you'd be able to step away for a minute, go to the bathroom or whatever, and sell. It would only take about a minute or two of your time, and then just go back to your day. So please do check the links down below if you are interested. Otherwise, wait till tomorrow and I will have a more detailed descriptions on how to sign up. I'm not saying for anyone to get in any positions right now. It will take a couple days before I can actually show any kind of analysis on what I think is a good time to buy. This weekend, actually, I knew I had this time to create this video and all of these things, because I knew Bitcoin was going to be trading sideways, and very low chance of it going slightly up. So I knew that I'd have plenty of time to be able to do this as well. So I just want to thank you for watching, and if you did watch all the way through, please comment money so I know that you did actually watch all the way through, because most other people will be confused. They'll be like, what are they talking about? But I will totally understand what you're talking about, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.